Hello, it's Monica from Crafting with Quilling, and I hope you have absolutely fabulous day. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create super special birthday card for a boy who loves Spider-Man. To create my card, I've got a scrap piece of 300 GSM white multi-purpose card, and using my pencil, I created the outline of Spider-Man, which took me about, 3 minutes. So now, as you can see on the right hand side, I've got a selection of alcohol markers, and I always start with the darkest color first, so I know exactly where the shadows on a drawing are. And this is my very big tip for you. Please use that tip because later on you will find that drawing is actually pretty easy. And what's really good about any alcohol markers, first of all, you can mix and match different brands, even the super cheap ones. Now I'm going to put a scrap piece of paper underneath because every single alcohol marker bleeds through the card. So please use my second tip and put a scrap piece of paper underneath. And what's really good about any alcohol markers, then blend beautifully. So even when you start with the darkest color first and then you apply the medium and lighter, as you can see, it really gives you that 3D look. So sometimes you don't really need very expensive alcohol markers. I got these from one of the shops in Poland pretty cheaply, and you probably saw that in my Christmas haul when I was in Poland. And I have to admit that I absolutely love these alcohol markers, and they actually last for a very long time. Often do you draw or color images for your cards? Please let me know in the comments down below. And if you do have your favorite alcohol marker brand or maybe pencils, I would absolutely love to know which one is it. And do not worry, because when you start drawing and coloring at the beginning, it goes through the ugly stage, like you can see here. But do not worry, when you add all the details later on, it's going to look amazing. And if you struggle with drawing or coloring, you can always print a picture that you want to create next to your paper, and then you will see exactly where to put all the colors. And to be honest, I wasn't very precise with all the colors for Spider-Man. I just chose the ones I had on hand. So it doesn't have to be exactly the same. So that is my next tip. And again, I'm starting with the darkest color to see where the shadows are. And actually, the way that Spider-Man stands here, it gives you that 3D look as well. Because one of the lengths looks a little bit longer, but to be honest, it is not. Because in the end, it is closer to the viewer. That's why it looks a little bit longer. So we do have that perspective on the picture as well. So now using that blue, I'm starting with the darkest color first, again. And this way, I'm going to have all the shadows exactly where I want. So whenever you use alcohol markers, they do blend beautifully. However, when you layer them on top of each other, you get a new color. That's why, where I knew where I'm going to put the blue color, I just left the white spaces. So this is another tip for you. So altogether, that drawing took me about half an hour, which I think is not that bad, even including all the details, which you will see later on. Have you ever created a card with a superhero or a film character? If you have, please let me know. How did she do it? Because in the past, I already created a card with a Spider-Man, and I'm going to link it at the end of this video so you can check it out if you want. And I'm also going to leave the video from last week, which was also personalized birthday card. And actually, it was a card for Big Sister of that person that I'm going to create the card at the moment. So then, when you see the video from last week and this video, I'm really curious which card do you like better. So please let me know in the comments down below. So as you can see at the moment we do have that ugly stage of drawing. So now I'm going to use black fine liner to add the details, and that's when everything changes. And actually, it is super easy to do. As you can see, that fine liner is very fine. It has 0.4. And this is just perfect for adding some black details here. And at this point, you just have to make sure that the lines are curved, because that is the 3D look we are looking for at the moment. So, if you do like any of the superheroes, I really wonder which one is it. So please let me know in the comments down below. When I was drawing all those lines with the spider web, I really like it, but then I did the spider on the chest of Spider-Man, and to be honest, I wasn't really happy with the result. But I just left it there. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who doesn't like that spider on the outfit. But you'll see that in a moment. And it's very crucial whenever you add details that you actually follow all the elements you created. And all those curved lines really make it easy to create that 3D effect. So now it is time for the spider on the chest. And please let me know what do you think about it. So with all the shadows I created, we do have that 3D look, which again is super easy to achieve. And actually, I wonder, do you like comic books? Do you have your favorite? Because in the end, Spider-Man is a character from a comic book. So, if you do have your favorite, please let me know in the comments down below. And I also wonder, do you actually read comic books? I used to do it when I was younger. Now, I don't really do it. Maybe I should come back to it. So, as you can see, all that black elements really add amazing interest to the whole project. And when that drawing is finished, I'm going to use my scissors to fussy cut him. Super quick and simple. So in the end, I don't really need cutting dice to create this project. And I knew exactly that I want to have the name of the recipient, the word birthday, and the number for birthday, which in this case is going to be 4. So I'm going to use my ScanNCut machine, and I created those words. So now, as you can see, our Spider-Man is ready. Now, let's create another element. For the background, I'm going to use the same blue color, and I'm going to create literally just the edge. Super quick and simple. So in the end, you don't really need colored card to create this card. And it's going to be a DL size. This one is slightly smaller. And I thought, let's create even more contrast. So I'm going to create a dot with my pencil, and I'm going to create some lines using ruler. And all those lines are going through that point I created. So this way we're going to have like pop art element. And I think that is really cool. And whenever you want to create that starburst effect, make sure you've got even number of those lines. So now I've got the lighter and darker yellow, and I'm going to color in those lines. Here I try to be pretty careful with how I apply that color, because I didn't want to go to another section. Because with alcohol markers, as you know, when you layer them on top of each other, they create a new color. So I really wanted to avoid that at this point. But even then, there is always a way to fix it. And I'm going to use the same black fine liner to create those black lines again. Why I had the pencil marks. And this way, all the elements will match on my card. Have you ever created background papers for your cards using just alcohol markers? If you have, do you have any tips to do that? Please let me know in the comments down below. I absolutely love alcohol markers because you can create anything with them, and they are very amazing to work with. Sometimes, as I told you, I use the cheap ones, like in this case, and I don't really have many on the more expensive range, but do I need them? I don't think so. I can still do some really good things with the cheap ones. So, when this yellow background is ready, I'm going to use that black fine liner to add all the details with the black line. And as I told you before, all the alcohol markers always bleed through the card. But do not worry, no one is going to see that later on. So now it is time to use exactly the same ruler, and I tried really hard to line it with my pencil marks. And sometimes when it's not that easy, you can move things around. You can rotate your card to make it easier for yourself. And I do recommend that as well. So, what do you think about all those elements I created so far? Do you like them? Please let me know in the comments down below. Also, wonder, do you have any plans for this week? Do you want to start working on your New Year's resolutions? If you do, please let me know. How are you managing it? Because on my Buy Me a Coffee website, I created a very special calendar and planner. So I can leave the links in the description down below if you haven't got them yet. So now I've got a DL size card blank and I'm going to attach our background. Super quick and simple using my liquid glue. Because then I do have time to maneuver the elements if I make a mistake. As you can see, I like to burnish it from the inside of the card. Now my Spider-Man is there, but I use my ScanNCut machine to create all those elements here. And again, I use that 300 GSM multi-purpose card. And if you want to get the font I use here, I'm going to leave it in the description down below. At the moment, it is my totally favorite font to work with for personalized cards. Do you do have your favorite font when you create your projects? If you do, please let me know in the comments down below. So as you can see, I use exactly the same blue. I'm going to use red for the number just to have a little bit of contrast. And it's always a good idea to add the same color on the sides as well. Now I'm going to stick all those elements together and it will be time to put them on a card. With the Spider-Man, I decided just to stick him on the card. However, with the name of the recipient, I decided to use double-sided foam adhesive, and I do encourage you to do the same, at least with a few elements on your project, because that really makes a difference. So, at the end of this video, I'm going to put another Spider-Man video I created and also the card from last week. And I really want to know which one do you like the most. So if you watch all three of those videos, please leave the comment here so I can check what do you think. So as you can see, I use double-sided foam adhesive and to be honest, it was not very good quality, but in the end it worked. Now it will be time for the word birthday and it is in Polish. So again, I'm going to use some double-sided cards, put a little bit of liquid glue, and that really makes a difference because with time, dry adhesive dries even more. So we need couple of drops of liquid glue. And when this is ready, the cut will be complete. Super quick and simple, right? So, in the end, the whole project took me less than an hour. Can you believe it? I think for a handmade and personalized card, it's not that bad, right? So, if you have created a card with a superhero, I wonder, did you use some stamps, cutting dies, or maybe you printed an image? If you do have some tricks and tips, please let me know in the comments down below. Now the whole cut is complete and there is plenty of space to write your message and it also stands proudly on a flat surface. So if you like it, please let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching and spending that time with me. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video. Have a wonderful day and happy crafting! Bye!